Hello, hello. Good, good evening, everyone. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Can someone who's here let me know if I can be heard? Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? Can you hear me? We had a real problem last week with the audio, so I just want to make sure that I'm being heard this week. All right. Well, can anyone let me know if you can hear me? If not, I'm just gonna continue on. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. All right, so good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Sunday Sailing Spin. I'm Frank. Sade's not with me today. She's taking some time to have some rest. So today it's just me. You guys are stuck with me. Last week I couldn't really get into what has happened to us on these past trips. Our most recent trip was on the Freedom of the Seas. We did a back-to-back um, cruise on Freedom of the Seas, which was awesome. Actually, we met you there, Bill. Remember back in January aboard Freedom of the Seas, and we again. I mean, we went on this back-to-back cruise, which was a real nice cruise. I think it was more active on the first leg than the second leg. There was a lot more kids on the first part of this cruise. On the second part, it was a little more chill. So we really enjoyed ourselves there. Um, it was a bit difficult to move around and things like that. I was in a wheelchair most of the time. Sade had to push me up and down, back and forth. She wasn't too happy about that, but we got through it. We did it, and it was a great time. So much so that we went ahead and booked it again. So we will be going on Freedom of the Seas for our fourth trip, actually, aboard her in July for a back to back with Norwegian Luna, and then now Freedom of the Seas will follow that. So we're looking very much forward to that. Um, what else we got here? And the back-to-back experience, it was a first for us, aboard the same ship. So you know uh Royal Caribbean, they take you, they put you in a separate section, probably the Star Lounge. While aboard Freedom of the Seas, it was the Star Lounge. We had to gather there, and then they gave us our new key cards for the second cruise. We had to get off the ship. We had to disembark, and we had to disembark the ship, then wait for a little bit because during that time, customs was actually going through the ship. So we had to wait a little while until they finished clearing the ship, and we got right back on. So it was really quick. I think the whole process was maybe no more than 30 minutes, um, which was real speedy. Yeah, Freedom of the Seas, bro. Yeah, it's become one of our favorites, really. Um, so yeah, we the back to back process was real easy. If you're not moving rooms, it's even easier. But for us, we had to switch our room. We went from the port side to the starboard side, and essentially, I mean, the staff basically all you had to do was make sure that your items were packed the way that you want them, and the staff moves all your stuff over to the next room. So the process was real easy. And then so I mean, we did like the process. I thought it was real quick, especially for Royal Caribbean. We have done back to back before, but that was from I believe it was from Virgin to Carnival, and that was a little bit different because we actually had to disembark the ship and then go walk down the port to the right number port, so this way we could hop on our next ship. So this one was a bit different. Um, all in all, though, we had fun. Freedom of the Seas is a great time if you're looking to sail. If you haven't sailed yet, you should give it a shot. It is a great time. Uh, excuse me one second. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we actually booked the back to back for this last cruise because I don't know if you guys know or not. I have been hurt for the last couple of months. I pulled, I pinched my sciatic nerve, which has caused me to really be immobile for a little bit. Um, it was a rough time. It's been almost, I think it's been 3 months now. So finally, I'm getting better. I'm able to walk a little bit, not 100% yet, but it's coming along. Um, I'm hoping that through our next few trips, I get even better. So this way I can really move around and bring you guys the content that I love to bring you guys. Uh, but Freedom of the Seas is a beautiful ship. It's not one of the huge mega royal ships, but it's pretty big. It's for its small stature, it does it does take a long time to go across the ship. So there's tons of things to do on there, and I mean, I can't wait for our next trip aboard. Let's talk about. So, like I said, boarding day was pretty easy. We showed up at the port, um, got right on the ship. There was no major delays or anything like that. Um, and even when we came back for the second trip, there was again no major delays to prevent us from boarding. So it was the process was very very quick. Um, and right now, I mean, we go through a bunch of things. We do our duck hunts, and we love to eat and things like that. So before we continue, let me know in the comments whether you guys book a balcony or interior. What is your preference? So the food on Freedom of the Seas was really really good, man. I mean, we ate. We had a couple of specialty dining nights. So we had eaten at Giovanni's, which was the Italian restaurant on board, which was really, really, really good. The pizza was awesome, and the seafood dishes were also great. I really enjoyed it. Sade really enjoyed the pizza. That was her favorite. So um, we went into Chops. I got myself the lobster. Sade had her surf and turf, which was also very, very good. Um, can't put any hate on it. It was it was delicious. two of the best meals that we've had on board. Um, the food in the Windjammer was really good. I don't eat too many things out of the Windjammer. I prefer, the staples that I know are gonna be cooked right. And all right, Bill, an interior cabin for you. I hear you, man. I mean, we we normally book whatever's offered to us because I'll tell you right now, like most of our sailings, most of them from offers that we were given by Royal Caribbean. So uh, we happen to be eligible for a balcony on most offers. So whenever it's available, we try to snatch that. We didn't really get to see too much of the entertainment on Freedom of the Seas because again, I was in a wheelchair, and with taking medicine for the pain, it kind of put me out a bit. So during times that the shows were happening, I was actually on my way to La La Land. So we didn't really get to see too many of the shows this trip. Hoping to catch them when we do our back to back next month. I'm hoping to catch those shows that we missed. Hopefully, they're still happening. Um, and as always, our favorite place is the casino. We probably spent more time playing the casino than anything else. Try to go at the later end of the casino hours, so this way there weren't too many people in the way for us to get through with the wheelchair. But it was all fun. It was a fun time. We had a great time. We had a blast, and can't wait for our next trip, which is coming up real shortly. So I'll let you guys know about that at the end by the end of this live. Oh, nice. Yeah, Sade and I were talking about getting on Vision as well. Um, we're looking into it. I'd love to get on Vision. We're trying to get on at least most of the ships in the fleet. This is what we're doing right now. Um, so, I mean, this trip, Freedom of the Seas treated us very well. I mean, we made enough money to last an entire 9 days aboard Freedom of the Seas. So I'm not mad about that. And we got two free cruises out of this one trip. So um, just looking to book them. That's what we're doing. Um, we Sade hit a couple of nice hits on the slots. She hit, as far as I can remember, I think it was maybe two majors while we were playing. I'm not that lucky, but you know, I hit my couple of hundred. Then can't wait. We will be boarding the Independence of the Seas in just a couple of weeks now. We'll be doing a back to back aboard that ship, which is another trip I'm really looking forward to. Um, we'll be on Independence of the Seas for another 9 days, which is going to be fun. We'll be leaving out of Jersey, out of Cape Cape Canaveral, I think it's called, or whatever. whatever the terminal is called. But we'll be leaving in a couple of weeks aboard the Independence of the Seas, and yeah, just waiting for that to come through. So some channel updates. Um, you know, we had just passed the milestone. We made it to 700 subscribers. Thank you very much, everyone, for subscribing, liking, commenting. We appreciate it all. Thank you so much. You help us grow a lot with all of those activities, so thank you. Um, Never thought that we would be able to reach this many subscribers. When we started this was basically just for us, you know, and then we just turned it over into something else, you know. So thank you very much for everybody for helping us out. Uh, what we have coming soon, I have more uploads, more shorts, and more lives coming. So trying to work on the strategy of the channel, make sure that we're entertaining properly, providing proper content. So we're strategizing now, working everything out, and we appreciate you guys so much for your input, and we appreciate you for watching and sticking with us. So our next trip, like I said, is Independence of the Seas, and we'll be doing a back to back on that. So our first leg, we'll be going to Bermuda, which will be 4 days. Hey, Nolu, how you doing? Yeah, she's taking a rest right now, but we're here. How you doing? It's good to see you, darling. Um, yeah, we'll be going to Bermuda on the first leg, and then we'll be going up to Canada on the second leg. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. I just said we are coming back to Freedom July 11th. July 11th is when we're back on Freedom. So that we'll see you then. I will. I'll be sure to let her know. We'll be on Independence next week. Actually, we'll be on Independence of the Seas. So I'll definitely let her know. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Try to get as many shorts out there as possible. I really appreciate you saying that. So along with Independence of the Seas, following that, yes, thank you. I am feeling much better. Um, uh, Following that, we're jumping on the Norwegian Luna for Independence Day, which is going to be a great trip. Um, and beyond that, we got coming, and then within the next few months, we're sailing Harmony of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, Carnival, where we'll be on the Vista from Carnival, and we'll be on Icon of the Seas as well later on this year. So, so which of these cruises should we cover the most of? Let us know in the comments. Let's see. So, yeah, we're booked up. We have uh, we have quite a few cruises coming. Quite a few. And in between all of that, we're taking a trip to Vegas. So, we're already starting our trips for next year as well. So we're already starting to book those. So, yeah, yeah. Other than that, guys, I mean, I don't really have much else to report now. I mean, we're doing great. Um, we're reformatting how we use the how we display our items on the channel. So we want to make sure that everybody. We're heading. Actually, we're going to Vegas in August. We'll be in Vegas in August. So yeah, we'll be out there for a week. Oh, thank you so much, Slot Bears. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, we'll be out in Vegas. We'll be out in Vegas in August. We'll be out there. We'll be staying over by I believe it's Cosmopolitan. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Sade knows more than I do. So maybe next week when she's on here, she can let you know where we're going, where we'll be at. So other than that, guys, I mean, we have our lineup coming. It's coming heavy. Feel like lost a lot of momentum with uh, with us being down, or with me being down and out. So hopefully, you know, uh, hopefully it'll be the last delay for the channel, and we can bring tons more content and things like that. So we're looking to add some specific things to our videos, so this way, yeah, thanks, thanks. I know that we've stayed there a couple of times, and it's an awesome place to be, and you can't lose because you got access to what Bellagio and Aria. Um, by staying over that at the Cosmo, I think. So you can't really lose out. Got everything right there. So um, yeah, that's about that. I mean, Freedom of the Seas was great. I hope Independence of the Seas is equally as good. When we hit Vegas, we out there. When we in Vegas, we out there. So um, I'm definitely gonna hit up a bunch of lounges and bars, and you know, we definitely sent out notifications, but you know, uh, it's a bit difficult with trying to deal with but 4 platforms and making sure that the announcements reach everybody, because I mean, they don't really promote us like that. I have to do it myself, and today I wasn't really feeling good, so I was kind of in and out of sleep all day. But um, we start promoting this show uh, by Thursday. We start promoting. Um, the plan is to have this show every week at 8 on Sunday. That's how it started. Then I got hurt, had to stop it. No, no need to be sorry. Don't be sorry. Thank you for being here now. That's what counts. No need to be sorry. Um, we yeah, we are fixing up our channel, strategizing our content, trying to really streamline it, making sure that everybody knows what's happening, where it's happening. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And like I said, the plan is to hold this show weekly on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you live over by Vegas, if you live in Vegas, we'll be on at 5. I think it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it just some time zone checks for you guys. And then I can't really wait for our next couple of trips because these are gonna be great. Especially like the Luna is gonna be very, very interesting. We've been wanting to sail that ship since it came out. So finally we'll get the sail. And I'm very happy about that. Hopefully no more health issues to prevent us from going. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had one of my friends lives out in LA, and that's how I pretty much know the time zone changes. But thanks. Um, yeah, so things are good. So far things are good. Just we just opened up our new merch store. The QR code is down in the bottom of your screen. You can scan that, just click that. It'll take you right there to our website. Um, if you like the merch, try to help us out a little bit. We appreciate it. You know, uh, just a small channel trying to make it through. So, so yeah, next week we're off to Independence of the Seas. Can't wait for that. Um, we'll be doing a full live on embarkation day to show you the entire embarkation process. Um, and we're doing a back to back on this one too. So I'll know more or less what the process looks like for debarkation once we get on that. Um, I'm almost certain that it's the same process that they had on Freedom of the Seas. So, but we'll see how it turns out. Um, Luna back to back with Freedom. That's coming in July. We have Harmony of the Seas coming in August, along with a trip to Vegas. And we have the Carnival Vista happening in September. Yeah, Carnival Vista in September. Icon of the Seas in October. And we're going to be sailing Margaritaville in November. Uh, yeah, I mean, what's crazy is that I think we've only been cruising for maybe 2.5 years, maybe. And so in 2.5 years, we've been on, I'm gonna say 27 or 28 cruises. Um, we're all different brands. We've sailed MSC, we've sailed Virgin, Carnival, Royal, Celebrity, Margaritaville. Um, Yeah, I think that's all the lines that we sailed on, and you know, each one has their um, each one has their the thing that you don't like. uh, okay, so we'll be sailing on the first leg. We'll be down in the Caribbean on Independence of the Seas, and then on the second leg we'll be sailing up north. Oh no, we won't be down in the Caribbean. Excuse me. We'll be sailing to Bermuda. We're doing an overnight in the naval dockyard in Bermuda, and then our second leg is up in Halifax. So we'll be going up north, you know, for another 4 days or so. Really can't wait. I've never been up north, never been to Bermuda, so really can't wait to see what this trip is like, and I'll be glad to let you know exactly what it's going to be. Um, so yeah, then I think we round out the year. We round out the year with Star of the Sea. Oh, yeah, Star of the Seas. We'll be on Star of the Seas in December, along with Odyssey of the Seas. We'll be on that as well. So, and that pretty much wraps up 2026. That's those are the trips you can look forward to. Um, yeah, I've never been. I didn't even bother to do any research right now about it, so I'm actually looking forward to just stepping out and taking a look at what it has to offer. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Um, so we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm hoping that it's not horrible. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it's really enjoyable because you book these cruises, especially the places that you haven't been. Then you're worried about, oh, is it gonna be good? I don't know, but do it anyway. Just do it. That's what I say. Just do it. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent, just do it. Can't go wrong with just doing it. Well, oh, I lost my screen here. There we go. Fishing more fish. Okay. All right. No problem. More fish. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, because I really don't know what to expect from this Halifax trip. Most cruises we jump on, I could say, well, most of the ports I've been there before because we're always down in the Caribbean, but um, I've never been to Halifax or by Canada or anywhere close to it. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting trip, and I can't wait to get through it. Yeah, I mean, I like cool weather too because I hate to sweat. Um, we've been looking for a nice Alaskan trip to go on. Well, we haven't yet to find it though. We've been wanting to go for so long. We just haven't found the right one yet. So I'm sure that coming soon there will be an Alaska trip in our future. So when we cruise, because we live in New York, so when we cruise, it's a flight, a hotel, then the cruise. So it takes a lot of planning to make sure everything hits just right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we try to get everything together and time it out right, so this way we're not delayed and we're not stuck somewhere. Um, I really hate to try to go in. What I really hate is trying to go in the day before, because then you actually have to pay for that hotel room to stay at. Um, I don't I don't like to pay for hotel rooms, especially when we could be coming in on a Friday, and or our cruise doesn't leave till Saturday and we got to come in Friday. Hotels tend to be more expensive on Fridays. Um, I hate doing it. Hate doing it. So far, we've been pretty lucky because we've been flying in the day of. Yes. No, what we actually that is almost like a red eye. We leave from New York because it's only a 3-hour flight down to Florida. So we'll usually leave. I try to get the earliest flight out, which is normally about eight, eight, 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't really like to. I don't like to land later than that. If the flight is gonna land later than that, then I'll make up another plan or look for another airline. But typically, I like to fly in the morning of, because, like I said, I hate to pay extra for a hotel room that I'm gonna sleep in for a night. Um, Maybe. Um, so I booked the earliest flight the day of the cruise. Right, right. Because you guys, your distances are way longer, I believe. Um, yeah, but usually it's a 3-hour flight from New York down to Florida. I usually try to book the earliest flight the day of the cruise. So this way I can feel like I can ensure that at least I'm down there. And if anything happens from that point, I can fix it. But doing this, I think I missed, we probably missed like two cruises because of delays with the plane. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to book the Navigator of the Seas um last year. I was And because I don't know the West Coast the way I know the East Coast, I didn't know how much time it was going to take to not to fly there the day of, and then to the process the day for embarkation and everything. It was a it's a new realm for me. So we I'll be finding out shortly because I'm leaving out of California on one of them cruise ships. So I know it's not at all. And once you start like that, it ruins the entire trip if you do get to make it. And then if you don't make it, that makes it even worse. I think, like I said, I think we missed out on two cruises because of this. Well, let me say three, because the second cruise was a back to back, and we couldn't get on either of the legs because of the distance and time and all of that stuff. So uh, we just had to chuck it up. So I'm not. I don't really want to miss any more cruises. I lost a lot of money on those cruises. I'm not really looking forward to losing any more. Hey, good evening, music man. Welcome. Thank you for showing. Appreciate it. I fixed the sound, brother. um, yeah. So, oh yeah, they do. They definitely do. Actually, we would just we were in Mexico on our last trip for Freedom of the Seas, and there were two ladies who did get left behind because they missed the ship. You know, it felt bad for them. They were stuck on the port, screaming at the ship. You know, eh, and it was that was real bad. I felt really bad for them. You know, I mean, you see it on videos. You know, you watch peer runners on YouTube and all of those things. But thank you for the confirmation, man. um, yeah, you watch those peer runners and you look at them and he's like, oh, that can never be me, or you know, you never see it in real life, but when your room, when your balcony room is on the port side, yeah, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see them running. Um, I think we saw one woman getting dragged to the ship because she was passed out. Like she had a real good time in Mexico, and yeah, yeah, she was passed out. But cruising, you got to be on time, man. You got to be mindful of those time changes too, because when you get into new countries, you got to pay attention to the time frame because they will leave. They're not staying. They're not waiting. They refuse to wait. They will leave you. They will leave you behind. I don't want to be stuck out there. I don't want to be stuck anywhere. That's why, truthfully, at this point, I think I've visited enough ports until I'm ready to hit the West Coast or go into a completely other country, like maybe go into the Mediterranean or something like that. Up until that point, I mostly sailing the Caribbean. I think we've been to all of the ports that are in the Caribbean, at least most of them. So I don't feel like I'm missing much when I stay aboard the ship on uh, on port days. I don't feel bad at all. I get to use the pools, the hot tubs. I got free range at the bars. All on port days. Stay aboard the ship. If you've been to the destination already, stay aboard the ship and just chill. That's my recommendation. That's what I like to do, and that's what we're looking forward to doing on Independence. Well, we'll be in the Naval Dockyard, so we're gonna check that out, and we're gonna check out Halifax too. I think I'm gonna do some research later on this week, so I can be prepared for this trip. Trinidad has not been on any of our itineraries yet. Um, so we have not been to Trinidad. We've been to Jamaica. Uh, you know, I mean, I've been to a bunch of ports with the Turks and Caicos, and yeah, yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but um, exactly. Be on the ship 1 hour before it departs. Exactly. That's safe. But then if you don't remember that there was a time change and you're set to the wrong time, things happen. You know what I mean? But back to the Trinidad question. If I could find it on one of our itineraries, I'll definitely go. It'll be new to me. So, oh, if I was gonna rank the islands by food, oh man, that's difficult. That's difficult because most of the islands have very good food. Yeah, that's difficult, man. I'm trying to remember all the places I ate. Um, well, Mahogany. I know I had some really good food at Mahogany Bay. Um, we ate really well at Turks and Caicos, St. Vincent. We had some good food as well. So, like, like you're really trying to pick a number one out of the islands. That's hard, man. It's hard. Sorry. I wish I had a straight answer for you, but it is difficult, man. Like if you asked me like what cruise ship had the better food, I could probably do that one better than which islands, because I don't know, islands have really good food, man. They have really good food. Yeah, so that's about that, man. Like I'm so glad to be back on here live. I'm so glad to engage with y'all. Um, it it makes me very happy to be here. It makes me very happy to be able to talk to you guys again. Um, 'Cause before I couldn't even do this sitting up like this. Which cruise line? Wow. Which cruise line has the better food? Quite honestly, Royal. We believe. I feel like actually the better cruise food, I think, is on Norwegian. I think Norwegian has better cruise food. Um, that's not to say that Royal Caribbean's food is all the way like horrible, because it's not. But I think Norwegian's food is just a little bit better as far as taste. Our next cruise is on the Independence of the Seas, in the middle of July, in the middle of June. I'm sorry. I think our date is June 17th or 18th, one of those. We're getting on the Independence of the Seas, and we're on that for a back-to-back cruise. Yeah, so yeah, Royal Caribbean has very good food, but I think Norwegian's food is a little bit better than Royal Caribbean's. Um, Virgin Voyages has also some good food, but they don't have like the traditional buffet style. What they have is like different restaurants and different little spots where you can get food. So it's not like the traditional buffet style food. Um, I would say that probably MSC MSC has probably the worst food. We went on MSC in the beginning of the year. Well, MSC was one of our first cruises we went. We were aboard, and yeah, we didn't care for the food too much, and we were on that trip for like 10 days, and not having any food to really enjoy is on a 10-day trip is not great. Um, Independence of the Seas is probably right on par with like Freedom, because I think it is a Freedom class ship, and I think the Independence they extended it a little bit, so when it's dry dock. But yeah, it's a real nice ship. I can't wait to be on. I can't wait to go on, man. And I think that's just because I wasn't cruising for a couple of months. Since I wasn't cruising for a couple of months, you know, I just got the cruise bug in me, and I gotta let it out. But yeah, so that will wrap this week's Sunday sailing spin. Uh, Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate you. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Throw some comments down. Appreciate them all. We appreciate you guys always coming through for us, always supporting us, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace, y'all. Have a great night.